With the recent tragedy of the Naval Yard shooting in Washington, D.C., the debate of gun control has yet surfaced again. Who could forget the shooting at the Sandy Hook in 2012 that left 20 innocent children dead, or in 2007 the massacre at Virginia Tech that left 32 dead and 17 wounded? How do students feel about gun control in the U.S.?
After all these events that's been happening these past years, like the Navy shooting and the Newton shooting, I feel like we really do need to look at gun control. Like, we live in a different time, and our Constitution with having arms, our right to have arms, it doesn't really apply to our time.
Individuals who have committed acts of violence using guns, there aren't as many strict laws on how these individuals are getting hold of these weapons, particularly here in the U.S. is really concerning, particularly in the recent Navy Yard shooting situation. I live actually one metro stop away from there, and the fact that an individual who had a prior record of gun violence was not only given access to a gun, but even was able to gain a security clearance.
Attending such a large school, should students be worried for their safety?
I'm definitely afraid of another shooting on campus just because the proximity that we are to DC, to Baltimore, guns are so readily available to young people, youth, and even just like anyone in general that it's really scary because you never know who could carry a gun. There's no stereotype for who has a weapon on them, who can get a weapon, and you never know what people are thinking.
As a student, I always I always question whether the safety or security is in jeopardy or anything like that, because anything could happen. But I question how effective will stricter gun laws actually be, because people break laws all the time. So it's you can't really fault the law, you can't really fault the gun itself, you have to fault the criminal. There's always going to be criminals, they're always going to be able to use guns. So I really think the question is, how violent is American society? Is that something that we should change more than actually changing the law?
Reporting for the Diamondback, this is Isatou.